Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer broadcast. And today I'm coming at you live. We are in the royal bedchamber. It's a real shame you can't get the full extent of the crowned swan in shot. But anyway, I am here, and I'm not quite sure how to lie. I'm having to go here today because we have things going on in the house. So I'm having to do it from the spare bedroom, which I'm going to call the royal bedchamber. Anyway, hello and welcome to everybody. We finally and eventually have some news, long awaited news that has just been going on and on and on and on and on for so long. And I am just finally glad that it has actually been resolved. And that is the news that, we have confirmation on whether the Sussexes, Harry and Meghan, will attend the coronation or not. So let's just get straight into it. And basically, Harry's coming and Meghan is not. That's literally the crux of it. Now, finally, they got around to announcing and confirming. Now, I really strongly believe, that it has taken them until now. I don't think they told the palace weeks and weeks and weeks ago. I think this is a decision that they have made only recently, or only confirmed recently. They may have been talking for weeks and weeks and weeks with the royal family about will they, won't they attend, but we finally have this confirmation. Now, of course, their friend and often spokesperson Omid Scobie was one of the first to be talking about this. The palace has also confirmed this news, so it is real and accurate news. And then, of course, Omid Scobie, with his contacts behind the scenes, shall we say, put in a few pennies worth, which I will read in a moment. So, in terms of the statement, Buckingham Palace said that they are pleased to confirm that the Duke of Sussex will attend the coronation service at Westminster Abbey on May the 6th. The Duchess of Sussex will remain in California with Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. So Meghan is staying in California with the children. And then Omid goes on to say, and this is where, we're going to have to trust that his sources are correct. And I think we all know probably where his sources come from. I understand that Archie's fourth birthday, also on May the 6th, played a factor in the couple's decision. Expect it to be a fairly quick trip to the UK for Prince Harry, who will only be attending the coronation ceremony at Westminster Abbey. So it really is going to be a case of Harry in a hurry. I spoke about this weeks and weeks ago, that I thought it might be Harry in a hurry. One of the possibilities that I discussed was Harry coming on his own, which of course has now transpired. He will be in and out. Where he will likely to stay, I think he will stay at Frogmore Cottage whilst he still has use of it, before that lease comes to an official end and he has to leave, I think, round about July. So I think he'll be staying at Frogmore Castle on the ground on the Royal Windsor grounds on the estate. I think he'll fly in possibly the day before would be okay, possibly a few days before. I think he will attend the coronation and then pretty much be on the next flight out as soon as possible, probably the next day. So it really will be Harry in a hurry. As we know, Archie's birthday is on the same day as the coronation. We do not know whether or not that was orchestrated and planned by the royal family. I do still expect there to be some kind of acknowledgement of Archie's birthday on the day, but not the main part of the day. I think there will be a happy birthday Archie post on all royal family social medias, probably 12 o'clock midnight of the coronation day in the small hours, and then that will of course get lost in the main coronation day updates on social media. That is what I'm expecting to happen, but we of course will see. So yeah, that's the news. Harry is coming. I would probably expect as well Harry not to have any kind of, well, he's definitely not having a role in terms of the actual coronation itself. He won't be going up to King Charles and offering his offering his allegiance to him, swearing to be uh, his man of liege life and limb, in the same way that the Prince of Wales will be doing to his father. So yes, Harry will. We probably won't even see him too much. We'll probably see him on the arrivals, when we might see a camera focused on him slightly um, in the Abbey, but he will not have any kind of major feature. Meghan obviously will be staying behind in California, so we don't know what her plans are that day, other than it's Archie's birthday. So I don't expect there'll be any kind of big fuss made with anything else. Will the Sussexes announce any big projects or any charitable donations around that time? We will have to wait and see. But in terms of the actual coronation day, of course, I'm sure they'll be concentrating on Archie's birthday in California and then possibly watching the coronation on TV. Of course, the time difference will play a part in when that happens. Right, so I'm just going to say hello to everybody who has joined in the live chat. Lauren Walker says, but if he is coming in the country, then out again, then back in again for the court case, I'm not sure how well that will go down with the climate. Yeah, I mean, obviously, he will be flying in. There's no real other way of getting here, other than boat, which of course would take a long time to get here. So there will be air miles. There will be probably, claims of environmental issues. Will he fly private jet? Will it be commercial? We'll have to wait and see on that one. Yes, Shay, I'm also happy that Harry is going to show support for his father. And of course, with Meghan not being there, the attention won't be as it would have been if she had been there and they had been together as a couple. Definitely together, they have much more impact and command more attention in a way. And I think the media would have given them that attention. It would have been focused on what she was wearing, what she wasn't wearing in terms of tiaras and jewelry. There would have been comparisons, never ending comparisons between her and the Princess of Wales. It does make things easier, and I do think that already Omid Scobie has been putting out that they are kind of using Archie's birthday as one of the factors not to attend. Either way, whatever the real reason, if they had both attended, there would most definitely have been, I think. Oh, by the way, you can't see my brooch. I'm wearing an amethyst brooch today. Um, and of course, the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. So there would have been tensions, I think, increased tensions. I still think there will be tensions, even with Harry turning up. I mean, obviously, he hasn't met his family in person since um, since his book came out. So, and it's not going to be the sort of occasion where they will try and tackle these issues, I don't think. Will we see him with a microphone? Will he be all mic'd up? Again, we'll have to wait and see all those photos and images coming back. But certainly it will be awkward. Like I say, he hasn't met his family since the book. Um, Family members may want to say something to him, but they also are not going to want to overshadow Charles's big day, the King's big day. By the way, I'm still getting used to calling Charles the King. Somebody actually commented in my previous video, have I on this channel decided not to call Charles the King and just go with Charles and Camilla? And the simple answer is no, I have not decided that at all. Charles is the King, and I will call him the King, and I will call Camilla the Queen. However, it takes a lot of adjustment and getting used to. With the late Queen, um, I only ever knew her as the Queen. Most people alive today only knew her as the Queen. Most people didn't know her as Princess Elizabeth, although a lot of older people may just about remember her as Princess Elizabeth. Um, but she was always the Queen. When it comes to Charles and Camilla, they, in my mind, it's always Prince Charles or the Prince of Wales, but mostly, Charles is in his name, and of course Camilla. Most people didn't really think of Camilla as the Duchess of Cornwall. It was just Charles and Camilla. So to get your head around, this big change is it's not easy. So I think a lot of people will be calling them Charles and Camilla informally, but of course, they are the king and the queen. And I'm sure we will all get our heads wrapped around it at some point, all these different title changes. Oh, by the way, on screen, you can see the regal swan behind me. But I'm just really, really glad that the issue has been settled. At least now there will be lots of discussions about the rights and wrongs of Meghan coming or not coming. Should she be here? Should she not be here? By the way, let me know in the comments section what you think. Do you think that Meghan should come over with the children? They could have brought the children over and had babysitters whilst they were at the coronation. Let me know what you think. Will Meghan be missed in terms of the royal family? Will they miss her there? Will they be breathing a sigh of relief that she's not there? Like I say, one of the main benefits for the royal family of Meghan not being there is the attention will not be on her and well, as a couple, individually and as a couple, Harry and Meghan or Harry and Meghan, their interactions with the royal family. In a way, the attention has kind of been halved. Now the media will obviously be looking at Harry's interactions with members of the family, but if Meghan had come, they would be looking at both. I do think that in terms of the orchestration of the day, I think Harry will probably be kept quite far back. I don't think he'll be in a prominent position. Again, I think we will see the arrivals and departures, and there definitely won't be a balcony appearance for Harry, I don't think. If there is one, I think it will be a very, very, very last minute decision in terms of, if Harry's there, they might quickly say, oh, come along, come on the balcony. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think it will just be working royals. But it may make a bit of a difference with Meghan not being there. We do not know. Amanda N says, I bet she, of course, I think you're referring to Meghan, pulls some sort of stunt to get in the papers. We'll see. As with all royal watching, we will see. Stephanie says, glad to see Prince Harry supporting his father. If you read his book, you would know just how much Harry loves his father and vice versa. I think I already know. I mean, they are a family. They are a family unit. It's a fractured family unit at the moment, and it is really sad. I mean, what we are seeing played out on the world stage is a fractured family in turmoil. Behind the scenes, their relationships are in tatters, and it's not nice to watch. It's not nice to be witness to. It's not nice in which it's being played out so publicly. And of course, they all have a role, their own individual role to play in the falling out. Um, so, so yeah, it's a mess. It is a right royal mess, and I do hope that they sort it all out eventually. Steve says, I think Meghan was only at the late Queen's funeral as the Sussexes were over here for an event Harry was involved with. They were over here, as you rightly say, at the time, and then the Queen sadly passed away. Again, we won't ever get to know what it would have been like had they not been over at the time when the Queen passed away. Mary says Meghan could have gone to London to be there personally for the King. He was there for her when she needed him to walk her down the aisle. He was indeed. Thank you to Laura who has donated $4.99. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Amanda says seems odd to give the children royal titles, but then not bring them to royal events. I personally, now this is a personal opinion, so this is not based on any kind of fact or anything that we know. I do think they are using Archie's birthday as an excuse for Meghan not to come anyway. I mean, someone pointed out in the comment section that Harry, went to play polo on Archie's birthday. I think it was last year. So they aren't too precious about being there all day as a family unit on birthdays. I think as long as they do something on the birthdays, I think they're quite happy. So I do think it is an excuse. I've also said on many occasions that actually sharing your birthday with such a big major event as a coronation, but also your grandfather's coronation, is actually a really lovely thing. And I think it would have been really nice for Archie to have shared his birthday with the coronation, um, and to be over here. I mean, even though he's young, it could be something, one of those vivid memories that just sticks with you, just all of that imagery. So I think kind of, merging one very young birthday with such a big major event as the coronation is not a bad thing. I think it would have actually have been quite nice to have shared that day with his grandfather. So I do think it's an excuse not to come over. It's a good excuse, but it's still an excuse. They could have come over, but then again, many people I know from the comments, many people didn't want Meghan to come over or even Harry to come over. So some people will be disappointed that even Harry has come over. Some people will be very happy that Meghan's not. I think what we've ended up with is a bit of a compromise. They've definitely come to some kind of understanding. We don't know also behind the scenes what kind of bargaining may have gone into this. We also don't know how much pressure the palace has been putting on Harry and Meghan to make that decision and also to go public with that decision. Because let's not forget, it was the palace that put out there in the beginning that they had offered an invitation, probably due to the fact that Harry and Meghan weren't saying definitely if they were or not going to come over. That prompted Harry and Meghan to put out a statement confirming that they had received an invitation, but that they hadn't made a decision yet. And that's what started all of this will they, won't they attend the coronation speculation that's been going on for a very long time, months, if I'm not mistaken. So it's I'm just really happy that finally that issue has been settled. There won't be any more speculation. There will be speculation on what, for example, Harry will wear. Will he wear a ducal coronet, for example, or will he wear a princely coronet? We don't know. Will he wear any coronet? Will he be in robes and regalia? Will he just be in a suit? We also don't know what what members of the assembled congregation will be wearing. We just really don't know. Lady Buckingham says, I think they are using the grandchildren as punishment towards the king and not letting him see his grandchildren. I'm not sure that's the case. I just think it's an excuse for Meghan to stay behind. Julie says, in my mind, I think Meghan is playing it safe not to come because if she did, the focus would be more on them rather than the king. I don't think that, for example, the planned cameras would allow that. I think it's going to be Charles's day, Charles and Camilla's day, whether anyone likes it or not. All of the cameras, everything will be focused on Charles. The procession would have Charles in. The balcony appearance will have Charles in. The coronation is all about Charles and Camilla. So, they aren't going to have too much camera footage of what the audience, what the spectators are going to be doing. It's all going to be about Charles. In terms of the media and the internet, that would garner a lot of attention. But in terms of the actual day, it's all about Charles. It always was going to be, and it always will be. Gis Girl says lots of children grow up not knowing extended family. I know none of where the children are kept from such a prominent family. Yeah, lots of people do come from different sorts of family makeups. Some people, know their close and immediate family and extended family. Some people don't. I think when it comes to such a public family, and also the fact that the fact that they can see each other, and it's not something that they have to spend time apart. I know they live in different countries on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean, but they do have plenty of opportunities to meet up in terms of trips when Harry and Meghan, for example, are over here, and there have been examples when they have been over here. Larry says she's not going, as let's be real, she just does not have anything to wear. I'm sure she'd find something to wear. I'm sure she would find something. Duchess of Elements says, I cannot wait to see what tiaras. Yes, I cannot wait to see what tiaras are going to be worn on the day, not just by the royal family, but by other people in the congregation as well. Yes, I'm very excited about the coronation and what jewels might be worn. Lady Londinium says Harry should stay away too, but Netflix or book content seems to be more important. I hope that he is checked for any filming equipment on the day. I don't think it's a time to be recording anything for a book or a Netflix show coming up. So just to recap, I know we have 205 people watching currently. There is a Buckingham Palace statement out which reads, Buckingham Palace is pleased to confirm that the Duke of Sussex will attend the Coronation Service at Westminster Abbey on May the 6th. The Duchess of Sussex will remain in California with Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. So they did go out on a limb, not just to mention that Harry is attending, but also that the Duchess of Sussex will remain in California. Definitely a point was made about what was happening with Meghan, not just what was happening with Harry. Okay, thank you so much for watching this impromptu live chat from the royal bedchamber with our crowned swan, who is affectionately known as Brenda. So let's give Brenda a big round of applause for being so good. Thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, then please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media, and of course do hit that bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. So from me, mwah, to you all, and goodbye.